Alright, motherfuckers. Seems like this season is going by way too fucking fast. Seems like that every year. I don't know how it's week 9 is like almost over. This is bullshit. So, anyways, let's get to the games here. First game, this is going to be quick. It was the Thursday night game. Niners Raiders. Everyone was jumping on the Raiders bandwagon as soon as they heard about Beathard, and Mullins came in. Fucked the Raiders just as hard as Beathard would have, so. Maybe you trade Jimmy G, eh? Because he's making a lot of fucking money, this Mullins kid. That's obviously not going to fucking happen, but can everyone please, this is the one thing I'll say about this game. Can people please stop shitting on John Gruden? I mean, this guy had pretty much the worst roster in the league, and he's been there for like half a year, and everyone's already fucking telling him to get out. Like, give him some time. Let him get the guys he wants, and then you'll see what happens. All right. The Vikings-Lions. The Vikings sacked Stafford 10 times, I know that. And, I mean, the Lions are such a weird team. Like, how do you beat the fuck out of the Patriots and then you just get shellacked a couple weeks in a row? Like, I don't understand it. And I think that this NFC North's a lot tighter than people think. I don't know if the Vikings are going to even win the division. I don't even know if the Bears will. I still think the Packers are really fucking good, but we'll get to that later. Yeah, Stafford. Hold on, let me just pull up the game details here. I was looking at some earlier games between the Lions and Vikings, and somehow Stafford was 2-0 in that building before today. Yeah, not a good one for Stafford. 199, no touchdowns, no picks. Nothing special anywhere. I mean, they just basically got fucked. Cousins didn't even really do shit. And Dalvin Cook was leading the charge there, so that's kind of weird. Usually it's Cousins who's pulling those games out for them. Alright. Bears, Bills. Do I have to say anything other than Nathan Peterman? That's all I gotta say. What the fuck? Yep, Nathan Peterman. That's all I gotta fucking say. Like, what is it with Nathan Peterman and other teams scoring more points? Like, whenever he's in there, the defense just sucks. You can tell that they know, like, what they see him in practice, they're like, oh my god, why the fuck are we playing this guy? And they're like, you know what, we're not even gonna play. So, man. Like, they have a good defense, really fucking good defense, the Bills. And Sean McDermott's a great fucking coach. People forget that. But when you put Nathan Peterman in there, it's going to be 41-9 every time. Panthers, Bucks. If it's magic in the second half again, that's just always happens. But the Panthers, they just fucked them. And I think the Panthers, everyone thinks the Saints are locked for the division. Watch out. The Panthers are probably an all-around better team, I'd say, than the Saints. I mean, that defense is real. I love that fucking defense, especially at home. Watch out. If they end up playing a home game in the playoffs, I would not want to play there. And I know McCaffrey fucked them also in that game. Chiefs-Browns. This was a pretty tight one until the second half. Mahomes, like, listen, if you're playing DraftKings, just play Mahomes. Because this guy puts up 4 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns every single game. And I'm pretty sure his odds for MVP at the beginning of the year were like 33-1. I can't believe there's probably some Chiefs fans out there rock hard all fucking year seeing this shit happen. And, I'm excited because I want to see Baker Mayfield get a new fucking coach next year. Maybe he can pull a Sean McVay, Jared Goff kind of thing next year, but I don't know. Their defense leads the league in takeaways. I don't know if they still do, but they lead the league in takeaways, and they're fucking losing like this. This is ridiculous. You gotta get, like, a full fucking culture shift in that building. Alright, next up, my fucking Dolphins. They Whoo! We're back on track, baby. 13-6. We gave Sam Darnold a great time again for the second time this year. And, you know, they've been giving up so many points lately. But at home, they play really fucking good defense at home. And Adam Gase, I learned this stat while watching this game. He's 12-1, I think, now, when leading at halftime. So that's definitely a good coach that we got. And, I think he's one of the most underrated coaches. But we got fucking Brock Osweiler in there, so we're only putting up 13. That was, that game. If there was ever a game that you loved watching defense, which I kind of do, honestly, that's the game you fucking watch. Because 3-and-out, 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 pick, 3-and-out, 3-and-out, pick, field goal. And then the only touchdown was a pick six. So, Ravens Steelers. I had money on the Steelers in this one. I was very fucking happy about it. They always split, it seems like, so they had to win. And listen, the Ravens, everyone at the beginning of the year loved the fucking Ravens for some reason. I don't understand why. Like, I have absolutely no faith in the Ravens. If they're down early, like, they are fucked. They can't do shit if they're down early. And, one thing I was thinking about when I saw this game is, if you think about the Ravens, they are completely built to be ahead. Like I just said, great defense. They can fucking rush you like a motherfucker. And, good running game, good O-line. And then the Steelers, they are built for any situation. If they're down, you got to throw with Juju and AB and the two great tight ends, and they've got a fucking great O-line, and James Conner can catch, and Ben Roethlisberger. And then if you are trying to come back, if you're down against the Steelers, they led the league in sacks last year, surprisingly, and they're leading the league. They're either 1 or 2 now. I can't, but coming into the week, I think there are 2 in sacks. So they're gonna get after you. So you don't want to be down early against this team, unless you're like the Chiefs or some shit. All right, next. This game kind of fucked my whole weekend because I had the Redskins. They got completely raped. Holy fuck. And the Falcons, listen, the Falcons are playing the Browns next week. They could get back over 500 easily. And then, man, that's a scary team because they're getting a little healthier on D. The D still sucks because everyone's hurt. And it really does suck because Matt Ryan's having a fucking amazing year. I was looking at this earlier today. I don't think people realize Matt Ryan is, like, if Patrick Mahomes wasn't in the league, this is probably the MVP. Not Cam. I think it was 19 touchdowns, 3 picks, and, like, QBR of, like, fucking 115 or something. Like same numbers as his MVP year. So, watch out for the Falcons if Matty Ice is playing that way. Especially on the road in a tough building. Man, I mean, some people think he's overrated. I think he's fucking amazing. You watched his picks last year. They're all tipped. So, Texans-Broncos. Texans win in Texans fashion by 2 points. So, I mean, it's funny how the first 3 games they lost by 7 or less, and then they've been winning every game since then, other than the fucking Dolphins game by like 3 or 2 or 4, whatever. But listen, top defense with Deshaun Watson, that's a good team. I don't even give a fuck what the O-line is looking like, especially with D-Hop. I know that Fuller, that sucks because as much as Demaryius Thomas is a good receiver, like, he is not, fitting that offense as well as Will Fuller did. Because Will Fuller, that man was perfect for this offense. Because he just run deep routes all day, and once or twice a game, he'd hit them for a fucking bomb. Let's look at these stats here. Keenum. Yep. Watt got after him. Clowney got after him. This is this is the way you win playoff games, and I mean, I could definitely see a Jags situation here, but the difference between the Houston Texans and the Jags is last year the Jags were stacked at every single position, except for one, and we all know what fucking position that was. But no, like the Texans have a top defense. Holy fuck, these ads. Texans have a top defense. I mean, they're probably better than the Jags, honestly. I mean, you've got so much firepower on that defense, but instead of having an O-line like the Jags do, they've got a fucking quarterback, which is 10 times better, so watch out for them in the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson, I'm telling you, clutchest man I've ever seen in my life. Clutchest man, ever since college. We all fucking know about that. So, Chargers, Seahawks. This one was kind of a weird game. I mean, I thought the Seahawks really played well in this game. There was a pick six at the end. It was Wilson's third career pick six, which is pretty fucking low. I can't even imagine how many Blake Bortles has. So, or Rivers for that matter. But anyways, this game came down to the final play. I mean, if Wilson doesn't throw that pick six, Seattle wins. That's it. So, yeah. I mean, another thing, maybe Richard Sherman is not that great. Maybe it's just the system that Pete Carroll has, because they're playing so fucking well defensively with like a bunch of nobodies and Bobby Wagner. Like, Earl Thomas is hurt and they're still fucking playing amazing. It sucks that he's hurt, because I think this could be a playoff team, honestly. Them and the Falcons, like, if those guys are going to be battling for a wild card. And fuck the Bears. I hope that they don't make the playoffs, because that'd be the shittiest playoff game ever. Alright. This is the one you've all been fucking waiting for. Or maybe half of you have been waiting for. The next one will be the one that the other half will be waiting for. But Rams-Saints. I mean, I think that if this wasn't played in the Superdome, different story, but there's some teams that just have that home field advantage. Like the Packers and Lambeau, the Saints, even Foxborough, even though the Patriots just fuck anybody, but there's certain stadiums that they are just not fucking fun to play in if you're another team. Like, the Rams put up 35 and lost by 10. That's ridiculous. This Rams defense has been torched a couple times this year, and they're really built to be ahead, honestly, because Aaron Donald and Sue, and now, hold on, let me just check this. I want to see if Dante Fowler did anything. Probably not. When you get 45 hung up on you, you probably aren't doing shit on defense, but, I think that Dante Fowler move is actually the perfect move for them, because you don't need, they almost fucking got Khalil Mack, but the only reason they didn't get him is Oakland was like, nah, like, you're going to be picking, like, really late. We don't want your fucking picks. So they ended up getting Dante Fowler, who's kind of a perfect guy, because he's going to get one-on-one coverage. No one's going to double team him. So, yeah, the Saints didn't get neither team got a fucking sack. Wow. Classic Superdome game. I'm pretty sure every single game they've played there this year, they've put up like fucking 40 at least. Even though they lost to the Bucks week 1. Alright. Now, if you weren't waiting for this last one, you're waiting for this one. I just fucking watched it. Packers, Patriots. The score doesn't really reflect this game. I mean, can I please give a shout out to the Packers defense? They did everything they could in this game, honestly. They played so fucking well. And Blake Martinez was hurt for like half the game. Jared Alexander was a little banged up. One of their Whitehead got kicked out for some bullshit. I mean, Brady ended up with one touchdown, but that was a broken play. You know, that was the icing on the cake, really. And if we're gonna fucking talk about this Rodgers Brady GOAT debate, like Rodgers is not the GOAT, and I fucking hate Tom Brady, and I'm saying this. Rodgers is not the GOAT. He's the most talented football player that will ever live. That's it. But he's not the GOAT. Like, you gotta calm down here with the GOAT shit. It's Tom Brady. Like, a few years ago, I might have told you, I don't know, I never saw Montana, I never saw them, but it's Brady. Come on. This guy is fucking 41, and he's still doing it at, like, a higher level than he's ever done it. Someone needs to just tear his ACL. That's what they need to do. If you want to win, just tear his ACL. Just get your shittiest player to tear his ACL. No, I'm kidding. That would be a dick move, but I mean, the Packers are playing my Finns in Lambeau next week, so I'm very, very, very excited to not watch that game because it's going to be a shit show. It's going to be like 45-0 probably. And I think the Packers can still win this division. Hold one sec. Let me look up their schedule. You know, that defense played so well in LA. They played so well tonight. I think that people are really fucking underrating them. 12 back there. It doesn't fucking matter who you're playing against. That defense is probably going to get shredded. And that Aaron Jones fumble, that changed the whole game. Like, they had a streak. They had the goal line stand. And then they had that fucking bullshit punt penalty. They forced a 3-and-out, and they had a sack. And then they forced another 3-and-out, like 7 straight incompletions by Brady, and you still fucking lost. That's brutal. And hold on. How the fuck can I not find their schedule? Fuck Yahoo. Yahoo's bullshit. Anyways, listen, if Aaron Jones doesn't fumble there, it's 24-17 because they're driving. And then I think the Packers win the game, honestly. But it's when you fuck up like that many times, the Patriots are going to make you pay. And they fucked up a bunch of times. They're lucky that it was close like that for that long because that defense was holding them in the game for the whole game. I mean, I don't like the reason I think they're going to win the division. The Bears. Sorry. Trying to do two things at once here. The Bears are not going to hold on. And I don't think the Vikings are that good. And I think the division is good, so, like, you can't expect the Vikings to roll over them like they did last year. Okay, they play my Dolphins, then they play in Minnesota. I think they win that game. I think they go on a little win streak. Yeah, they definitely go on a little bit of a fucking win streak here. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know what the fuck is going on with my computer here. Okay, here we go. They play my Finns. Then they go into Seattle. They can probably win both those games. Then they go at Minnesota. I think they beat them because I don't think Minnesota's that good. And then they get the Cardinals at home. That's a win. They get the Falcons at home. Falcons are too banged up. Then they go at Chicago. Then they get the Jets and the Lions at home. So I say they win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. They end up with 10 wins, and they win the division. All right, I'm not gonna talk about Monday Night Football because fuck Monday Night Football. I don't know if it's just me, but they've been really fucking boring to watch. Like, I loved when I hope it's not like, don't come back, John Gruden, because you're a shit coach. Come back because Monday Night Football sucks. This new guy is so boring. He makes the same fucking voice like every single. It's like Joe Buck. He's never fucking changes his voice. Like, and a great catch. That's all he fucking does. And Witten, Witten's not good in the booth. Come on. I like the third guy who's on that fucking, like, big ass, like, I don't even know what it's called. Like, the thing that raises him in the air. I like that guy, but I love the last year. I forget his name. Guy with the voice cracks and John Gruden. They were fucking awesome together. You know, they would get hyped up. Hype the boys up when you're watching it, so. Yeah, the NFL, we're in the thick of things. This is when it gets fun. From here on out, it's fun as fuck. And next thing you know, it's over. Because it's already week 10, basically. That's fucked. It's week 10. It's November. What the fuck? This is so weird. This time fucking flies too much, man. Alright, now. I'm actually gonna fucking end the video here. So, if you motherfuckers watch this whole thing, man, props. Because I wouldn't have fucking watched this whole thing. You know, I'm probably pretty fucking boring, so, yeah.